What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today, let's get started with Merab Dvalishvili and Umar Nurmagomedov heated altercation. After the UFC announced that Merab Dvalishvili and Umar Nurmagomedov would be fighting in the co-main event of the UFC 311 card in January, it didn't take long for tempers to flare when the two were under the same roof. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. While promoting their upcoming fight on Friday, the two got into a heated altercation and had to be separated as the machine asked Nurmagomedov why he was disrespecting him. Security kept the two apart while they yelled at each other, with Umar telling Merab that he'll be in Vegas and the champion can call him at any time. When Merab told Nurmagomedov that the two were already face-to-face, Umar can be heard saying that he didn't want to get into anything with security around. That same day, the champion posted a video on his Instagram showing Dana White how to pronounce his last name, while calling himself a company man and saying that the #1 contender better show up on January 18th.
My last name is not Dvalishvili. My last name is Dvalishvili. Love you, boss. I'm here, always, company boy. January 18. Umar, I'm coming for you. No, you coming for me. Let's go. You better show up, mother.
Even during the press conference, Merab absolutely goes off on Umar.
I don't care about you, Merab. Listen
I'm talking personal, okay? I don't
listen
do
to me,
anything
Merab.
bad
Listen
for
to
you.
me.
I was always respectful for you, okay?
Listen
You have to
to
be
me, Merab.
man first, okay?
Listen.
This bad, the money, everything else, okay? You have to
Listen
be
to
the
me, Merab.
man first, okay? I don't give a shit, okay? I don't give a shit about
Don't
belt.
always, calm
About-
down.
You
Calm
have
down,
to give me
don't
as a
nervous.
man. I don't do anything disrespectful to as a man, okay?
With the fight now official for UFC 311, expect these two to get into more heated exchanges between now and then. At the end of the press conference, Nate Diaz and Islam Makhachev got into an altercation. Check this out. Bo Nickal goes off on UFC fans. Bo Nickal's win over Paul Craig was a pretty dominant one in the sense that the NCAA legend was never in any real danger. Given that Paul Craig is a wizard off his back, Nickal decided to keep things standing instead of using his grappling. While he was able to pick up a win, people like Dana White were left feeling like Nickal still has a ways to go as he develops as a fighter. In a video for his YouTube channel, Nickal went off on fans criticizing his performance, telling them that unless they want to pull up to ATT, they should just keep quiet.
I fought the best and smartest fight of my career, and nobody's going to change my mind on that.
For sure.
So, you know, if anybody has a problem with it, come over to freaking ATT in Pleasant Gap and strap up. You know, if you got a problem with it, then you could see what it feels like to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
So otherwise, shut up. I felt terrible about my UFC 300 performance, and I got a second round finish and the crowd cheered.
Yeah.
And they were excited about it. And I thought that was the worst performance that I had in my career. And this one was the best performance that I had.
Heading into the fight, Nickal was planning to either fight a ranked opponent for his next bout or fight another unranked fighter before taking a step up in competition. Considering Dana White wasn't all that impressed by his win, it sounds like the UFC will probably give him another unranked opponent, given that he's only been fighting professionally since 2022. The big question, of course, is who the UFC will book him to fight in the new year. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson sends a warning to Ian Garry. While fighters like Aljamain Sterling and Israel Adesanya have predicted that Ian Garry will get the job done on Saturday night when he collides with Shavkat Rakhmonov, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has issued a warning to the future. After getting submitted by the Nomad back in 2023, Wonderboy knows firsthand just how brutal of a squeeze Rakhmonov has. In a video for his YouTube channel, he issued a warning to Ian Garry.
Now, which guys are stronger? I think Shavkat Rakhmonov is the stronger of the two when it comes to grappling. His squeeze is like no other that I have felt in the welterweight division. The guy's got a squeeze now. I thought he was gonna pop my head off when he squeezed my neck. Thinking this, it didn't go the route that Robert Whittaker went through. Broke his teeth. Thank you, Shavkat.
Of course, Garry knows firsthand just how good of a grappler Rakhmonov is. Earlier in the week, he confirmed that Rakhmonov did submit him while they were training, but said that he wasn't putting much stock into a training session from years back. Even though there seems to be some mutual respect between the two, Rakhmonov is ready to go out and get the W. In a Fight Week interview with Daniel Cormier, he said that he respects his opponent, but that they're not friends. I just want to go out there and kick the out of him. No friends. I respect him, but we are not friends. I respect him. No ill will towards him, but it's a sport. With fight night just hours away, it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. UFC Updates. Ahead of tonight's action in Las Vegas, let's take a look at today's UFC fight updates, starting with an update on Randy Brown's fight with Bryan Battle. Battle missed weight on Friday, which didn't sit well with Rude Boy, who posted on Instagram taking aim at his opponent. 19 walks to the UFC octagon alone, 6 on the regional scene, and I've never missed weight, not one time. Like a true professional, Bryan knew he wasn't going to make the weight from the day before, but still let me suffer through a weight cut. These guys bite the bullet on percentage, then come in overweight on purpose, so they can get a weight advantage on fight night. I'll be no more than 185 tomorrow. I would bet he'll be well over 200 tomorrow. How is that fair to me? Shifting gears and looking ahead at the new year, the UFC's been hard at work booking fights for the UFC 311 card on January 18th. According to Clayton Carpenter, he and Tagir Ulanbekov are going to be throwing down on the card. Ulanbekov will be looking to pick up his 3rd victory in a row, while on the flip side, Carpenter will be looking to extend his pro record to 8-0 after a win over Lucas Rocha back in October. Last but certainly not least, Edmund Shabazian is reportedly set to fight Dylan Budka on February 15th at the UFC Vegas 102 card at the Apex. Shabazi is going to be looking to bounce back from a loss to Gerald Meerschaert, while on the flip side, Budka will be looking to pick up his first victory in the UFC after losing back-to-back fights this year. Alex Pereira talks about next UFC fight. This week, Alex Pereira attended the World MMA Awards, where he took home the award for Fighter of the Year after picking up wins over Jamal Hill, Yuri Prochazka, and Khalil Roundtree. During the event, the champion spoke with MMA Junkie about his next fight, confirming that Magomed Ankalaev is most likely next up for a crack at the title. I'm happy to be called out by all these people, keep my name out there, people enjoy my job, but at the end of the day, what I really want is to continue my work defending my belt. Seems to be Ankalaev, I don't know, you know what I mean? But like I said before, coming down to my choice, I want to make it harder for him because all the lies that he said about me. So let's see what's next. After beating Khalil Roundtree, Pereira said that in an ideal world, he'd be back in action in December, but because of sponsorship obligations, he probably wouldn't be back in action until March or April. Given that Dana White had said before that Magomed Ankalaev is next up for a crack at the title, it sounds like a fight between the two is the most logical option, but Poatan doesn't seem totally sold on the idea of the fight. With Jamal Hill and Yuri Prochazka set to throw down on the UFC 311 card, Pereira might be waiting to see if Hill gets the win, which could set up a rematch between the two after their heated back and forth at the PI this week. MMA community goes off on Nina Drama. On Thursday, Nina Drama joined John Anik, Chael Sonnen, Big John McCarthy, Brendan Schaub, and Joe Rogan as the newest recipient of the Personality of the Year award at the World MMA Awards. The news didn't sit well with fight fans, who were quick to take aim at Nina on social media. One fan wrote, "Remember kids, get naked and chase those dreams." One fan suggested that the MMA guru should have won. This is a disgrace. We should not be celebrating industry plants like her. We should be celebrating grassroots creators such as the MMA guru. Another added, "This sport is a joke." MMA guru also got a shout out from another fan who replied with, "MMA guru robbed." From the sounds of things, not many fans were happy with Nina winning. She honestly didn't do much. The UFC gave her super access. If you're allowed that much access, you better have good content. Another fan agreed, "Be attractive. Know zero about fighting. Win an award. We really gotta clean things up." One member of the MMA community wrote that Nina winning Personality of the Year was indicative of the state of MMA media. I'm sorry, but seeing this just makes me sad at the state of MMA and MMA media. One joked, "Personality of dressing provocatively and making 2013 Facebook skits." In response to winning the award, Nina wrote, "I'm officially never beating the industry plant allegations, LOL. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for voting for me. I'm so happy and overcome with joy. Yes, I know I have haters, but believe me, I have way more supporters and people who love me. Whether you like me or not, I'm changing the way sports content and entertainment is done. People hate change. People hate what they can't understand. Don't be afraid to take risks and go all in on your dreams. Love you guys. Thank you."